Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at both the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla the Ride Godzilla 2021 and Godzilla the Ride King Ghidorah 2021. First of all, I just want to say that I'm actually doing something different here. Instead of making like one video per figure, I'm actually going to do something a little differently. I'm going to try making a sort of double review where I review two figures in one video. I thought I'd do this because I just think it's a little weird just to review like one, just have like two separate videos. So just to make it a little simpler on myself and, just to like test the waters just to see like if it works or not. Yeah, I'm going to be trying out this double review. So yeah, two figures per video. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. So yeah, anyway, yeah, these two, Godzilla and King Ghidorah here, these guys, like, these, like, designs here actually don't come from any movie. They actually come from the semi-recent Godzilla the Ride in Japan, which I haven't been on, of course. I don't live in Japan. I have no way to get there, so unfortunately I have not been on that ride. It looks really cool. I've seen, like, footage of it, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but I'd like to go on it one day, but unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, but you never know. Um, yeah. So yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else to say. These are just Godzilla and King Ghidorah from Godzilla the Ride. I do think it's cool how they made figures based off of that ride. They didn't have to, but they made like Bandai vinyls, which is really cool. But on the other hand, the price isn't really cool. But we'll talk about that towards the end. But yeah. Anyway, I really don't have anything else to say, so let's just get right into this. Before we take a look at the figures themselves, let's take a quick look at their tags. So here they are, just a picture of Godzilla from the ride and a picture of King Ghidorah from the ride. For some reason they're in black and white, but it's fine, whatever. On the back, we have Movie Monster Series, we have Ghidorah's wing here and Godzilla's dorsal plates. And of course, the inside, we have legal information. With the silhouettes of both Godzilla and King Ghidorah. You've seen this before. I've reviewed Bandai vinyls how many times on this channel? I think you know what these are. What we're getting into. So, yeah. Still figure I'd show them off, but still. It's, besides the black and white here, it's just a regular Bandai vinyl card. So, yeah. Of course, to start this review, we'll take a look at the painting on these figures. And for Bandai vinyls, these are some really nice paint jobs. Like, they're not perfect. No figure is perfect, but still, these are really nice. Like, they're Bandai vinyls. Usually Bandai vinyls, they don't usually have, like, great paint apps, but these actually look really good considering. So, yeah, let's just take a closer look, starting with Ghidorah, who, honestly, just move Godzilla a little more, who probably is my least favorite as far as paint goes. I still think the paint looks nice. I like the yellow they chose. I think it works well. And there's a lot of like dry brushing with this like darker, like almost like a brownish orangish color, which I think looks nice. You see that like on the back here, like the back of the spikes, which I think looks really cool. Let's get a closer shot there. Yeah, that looks rad. And even on the back of the wings here, look nice. It looks normal here. This kind of big figure, kind of weird to get all in frame. It looks like good here, but here, it looks like they kind of messed up in some spots, which would be fine. But the price tag, again, we'll talk about that towards the end. But anyway, his fingernails are painted like a whitish color, which looks nice. Unfortunately, they are not, the undersides aren't painted, but, what can you do? And same with the, trying to get the lighting here. There we go. Same with the toenails here. Painted the same color, but again, the underside, not painted. It's a shame, but whatever. I'm going to the heads here. I think the painting here looks really nice. The dry brushing on the heads, I think, look a little not great, but still not terrible. The inside of the mouths are painted a salmon pinkish color, which I think looks really nice. And I don't think they painted the eyes. I think they just kind of left them, the same color as like the airbrushing, so just like brown, which I don't know. The eyes are small, so I guess it's fine, but I don't know. I don't know. I think the eyes look fine regardless, but a little paint would have been nice. But yeah. So Ghidorah, pretty good paint apps. Not the best, but still, I think his paint apps look really nice. So yeah. Now we'll take a look at Godzilla. We'll just swap these two over, and there we go. And yeah, the painting on Godzilla here is really nice. Of course, Godzilla's cast in this like charcoal, like blackish, like plastic, which is accurate. But there's a lot of like green dry brushing throughout this figure, and I think it looks really nice. It makes the detailing pop, and it's just really nice looking. On the tail, I think there's too much green, at least on this side compared to like this part of the tail. But other than that, the dry brushing here looks really nice. The toenails and fingernails are painted a brownish color, but unfortunately, as you can see, the undersides are not painted, which is kind of a shame, but honestly, you can't really tell with this figure, so it's not really a big deal. The inside of the mouth is painted, again, a salmon pink, a little brighter than Ghidorah's mouth, but still a salmon pink color, which looks nice. And the teeth are also painted really nicely too. They're painted like a brighter shade of brown, almost like a tannish color, which I think looks good. And the eyes are painted white. I don't think that was intentional. I think the eyes are small, so I think they just kind of left them like that. I think he does have pupils in the ride, but I could be wrong. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting on these figures. The painting is great on these guys. I think the painting looks great. I like Godzilla's paint apps more, but still, like regardless, I think the painting here is really nice. So Godzilla gets a pass, and so does King Ghidorah. So as a whole, the painting on these two definitely get a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on these guys, well, they're Bandai vinyls. I shouldn't really have to go into too much detail. First, we'll take a look at Ghidorah, which, admittedly, his articulation is kind of lame because he just has swivels at the shins here, which some more would have been nice. Maybe like maybe something at the tail would have been cool, or maybe like I guess head articulation, something. Ghidorah's articulation is a little lame, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Godzilla is pretty much what you'd expect from a Bandai vinyl. The arms can move 360, as well as the legs. Though I will give a warning, try not to move the arms 360 because the back of the arms here will bump up against this part of the back here. So just be careful. You don't want to like scratch that or anything like that or damage it. So try not to move the arms 360, but if you do, well, it's not my figure, so do whatever you got to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation on these figures. Godzilla's about average. Ghidorah, there could have been a little more, but honestly, it's not the end of the world. So I'd say the articulation on here, I think Ghidorah gets like, I'd give him a quarter of a pass, but I think Godzilla gets like a full pass. So as a whole, I think the articulation on this set, I'd say like 3/4 of a pass. Like I think Godzilla's like holding like the whole set together as far as articulation goes, and Ghidorah's just kind of there. But still, the articulation, it's not bad that there's like a lack of articulation for Ghidorah, but it is a little disappointing and not the end of the world. So yeah, I'm fine with the lack of articulation, but a point is a point. So yeah, as a whole, I think both these figures get like 3/4 of a pass. I forgot what I said, but yeah, 3/4 of a pass. Now we'll take a look at the sculpting on these two, and the sculpting here for both figures I think look pretty accurate to the ride. But with that said, I just want to say I love these designs for these monsters. Like, they're like combinations between like existing versions and then just formed into one just badass design. I like that a lot. Let's take a look at Ghidorah first. So yeah, Ghidorah here looks like a mix between King Ghidorah from Godzilla King of the Monsters and Cretaceous Ghidorah from the Mothra movies. I haven't seen the Mothra movies, and I don't really know too much about them, but from what I've heard, they're not great, like at all. They're, pretty not great, I guess. So, yeah, I do own them on DVD. Maybe I'll give them a watch, but I don't know. I haven't seen those movies, but I do know about, some of the monster designs, like Cretaceous Ghidorah here. Or not here, but you know what I mean. But yeah, this design for King Ghidorah looks like like I said, a mix between Legendary's King Ghidorah and Cretaceous Ghidorah. So yeah, I think that's really cool. I will say this: I don't like how he's hunched. Um, if we look at his tag here, he's in like he's more like stood up, I guess. So I feel like something like this would have looked a little nicer, but still, this doesn't look bad. On the one hand, it would have been nice if he was like standing up, but on the other hand, I do kind of like that he's hunched over. I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but regardless, I think the sculpting on Ghidorah looks really nice. So yeah, I like his design. It looks accurate, and yeah, overall the sculpting here just looks really nice. Now for Godzilla's design, and man, I love this design. It's like a mix between Legendary's Godzilla, the Heisei Godzilla, and a little bit of Heisei Gamera. Not 99 Gamera, but like 96, 95, that sort of like Attack of Legion and Guardian of the Universe Gamera. And I think that's really cool, and it's just like all it's like, I don't know, it's like they just formed like one like really cool looking Godzilla design. I think this looks great. Um at certain angles, I will admit I think some of the proportions look a little weird. I'll be honest and say that right now, but for the most part, this thing looks amazing. I love the sculpting here and like the design and just it's just a great sculpt, a great design. I just love this thing. I'll be honest with you. Originally, I wasn't gonna get Ghidorah. I was just gonna get Godzilla, but I finally caved in and decided to get Ghidorah too. But honestly, I'm glad I did because Ghidorah also looks really nice. So yeah, like the promo pictures didn't look great, but in hand these guys are actually really good. So yeah, as far as sculpts go, so yeah, that's pretty much it. The sculpting on these guys, they're great. Um, of course they took some artistic liberties because it's kind of hard to translate some things into like vinyl form because like as you can see here like Ghidorah's horn, they sort of like added like extra plastic here so that way like these little horns wouldn't snap off, which makes sense, but they took some like licenses like that. But other than that though, yeah, the sculpting here is fantastic. So the sculpting on these guys definitely get a pass. It's just great sculpts here, amazing designs, and just yeah, I love them, I guess. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and just like with the sculpting, the detailing on these figures is just amazing. Like, really, for Bandai vinyls, these are really nice quality. So, let's take a closer look, starting with Ghidorah here. Now, the detailing on Ghidorah is really nice. Taking a look at his head, or heads, we can see it's alright. The heads are small, so it's fine, but the detailing of that is here. It looks nice. All the little, like, scales and the horns here, and all, like, the detailing in the face and everything like that, I think looks pretty nice. The detailing on the neck here looks great. A lot of nice musculature on the back of the necks here. A lot of nice, scales and, like, I guess osteoderms. I guess you'd call them that, but still, that looks really nice. And even the belly scales here, I think, are detailed very nicely. Now, I know it's the neck, but like on snakes, they call these scales belly snail or belly snails. Belly scales. Sorry. They call them belly scales, so I guess I don't know. That's what I'll call them. The chest of the figure is detailed very nicely as well. A lot of really nice musculature, and again, the scaling looks really nice. And the wings have a lot of really nice detailing as well. All of the folds and flaps and everything like that, and all the veins, I think, are detailed very nicely. So there you go. The legs have a very nice bit of detailing on them as well. All the scales and musculature here looks very nice, very nicely defined. And as we go to the tail here, we can see more scales and osteoderms and more like creases in the skin and everything like that. And it just looks really nice. Everything here is just really nicely defined. And same with, the spikes on the tail here. Again, really nice looking. And even on the back here, all of like the little spikes and whatnot are detailed very nicely as well. So yeah, and even like the arms here, or not as arms, but like kind of arms. You know what I'm talking about. This part, the detailing here looks nice. Again, just a lot of really nice musculature, a lot of nice scaling, and yeah, the detailing on Ghidorah is really nice. So Ghidorah definitely gets a pass. Now we will take a look at Godzilla's detailing, and again, Godzilla's detailing, just like his sculpt, is incredible. All of the detailing in his head is just amazing. All of the musculature, all of the scales and creases and everything like that looks beautifully defined. And even in like inside his mouth, again, a lot of really nice detailing. But yeah, just throw the arms here, a really nice bit of musculature, and the scaling is just great. And yeah, the front of the body here, the chest, everything, like just like all the scales, it's just like consistently just really nice, like on the legs here, and even on the feet. His dorsal plates are also detailed very nicely. And I think the painting helps make the detailing pop, because this is some really nice detailing. Right here, it could look a little better, and same on the other side, like right there, but other than that, though, the detailing here is amazing. All the scales and creases and just, wow, it's just amazing. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for the detailing on these guys, and the detailing here is fantastic. The sculpts are great, but again, the detailing here is just amazing. Let me just get Ghidorah in the frame here. Yeah, the detailing, it is fantastic. So the detailing definitely gets a pass. These two are great with detailing. And of course, to end this review, we will take a look at the size comparisons. So, for example, here is the Bandai Movie Monster Series King of the Monsters Godzilla, which I actually bought. I actually got the same day I got these guys. Um, I wasn't planning on reviewing it, but if you guys want me to review it, please let me know. But anyway, there they are together, how they look. Here is the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla Ultima. Here is the Bandai Movie Monster Series Gamera 1995, and I do see a little bit of this design for Gamera in this design for Godzilla, which I think is really cool. So there's that. I talked about that earlier, but still. Plus, Gamera's awesome. Why would I not include him? And of course, like usual, here we have Dr. Billy Grant and some hand sanitizer. So at the end of the day, should you get these, it's really hard for me to say, because I think these are amazing figures. I think the paint quality for Bandai vinyls, I think they're really nice. The articulation, it's not great, but they're Bandai vinyls, it's whatever. But the sculpting and painting on these guys look incredible, and overall, I just think these are great designs for these characters. Godzilla especially. Again, I said this in the review, but this is probably one of my new favorite Godzilla designs. Not my all-time favorite, I don't think, but it's still a very nice design, and I really like it a lot. But here's the thing, though. As great as these figures are, they're only available in Japan. Without, internet, I'll talk about, websites where you can buy these guys. Without the internet, hypothetically, you'd actually have to take a plane, fly over to Japan, go to the gift shop there, or go through the ride first, then go to the gift shop and buy these. And I heard, I don't know the full story, but I heard, even buying the figures there is a little bit of a pain. But again, I don't know the whole process, so I won't go into too much detail there. If you want, I'll link Monstrosity's video in the description below so you can check it out. He makes great content, by the way, so if you want, please check him out. I think you'd like him a lot. But yeah, so yeah, these guys are only available in Japan, but they are available for some American websites. I was able to get these guys through Awesome Collector, which is probably your best bet, but at the same time, um, these guys are still not cheap. Godzilla here, Godzilla, he was like $70, and Ghidorah here was, I think, $90. So I bought a bundle that was about $150, but including tax and everything like that, I ended up paying a little over $160, which these are nice figures, but they're not $160 awesome. Let's be real. I think they're great figures, but I think they're overpriced. So if they were like a lot cheaper, maybe like $30 or even $40, I'd say definitely, because these are amazing figures. But like as is, like 70 and 90, it's kind of tough for me to say. I will say this though, if you do decide to buy them now, because the ride the ride in Japan, that's not going to be available forever. It's like, I think it's only going to last for like a year or something like that. So when that ride goes, these figures are going to become way more expensive than they are now. So if you want these, I'd say jump on it. But if you're on a budget and you can only get one, get Godzilla. Ghidorah's a nice figure, don't get me wrong, but Godzilla's way nicer in my opinion. So yeah, they're both great figures. Ghidorah, I really like from the promo pictures, I wasn't a big fan of, but in hand, I think he is a really nice figure. But Godzilla here is just overall just a much better figure. So get Godzilla if you can. If you can get both, get both. But if you can only get one, get Godzilla. Plus, he's like $20 cheaper than Ghidorah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, get these while you can, because these will, become like, sold out one day, and like they'll be really expensive online. So if you want them, get them now. If not, um, if it doesn't matter to you, then I guess it just doesn't matter to you. But if you can only get one, I'd say get Godzilla. But yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Zack out.